clearly exposes the credentials of the so-called economic wizkid, who was marketed as the savior of Ghana's economy. Alhaji Bawumia's credibility is now in tatters, completely tatters. The steep depreciation of the cedi has resulted in an increase in the prices of goods and services, as several businesses continue to revise prices upwards. This development would further worsen the plight of the already suffering Ghanaians. We call on President Akufo-Addo to, among others, to 1, order his appointees to release the FX that they have stashed in their homes to the public, so that there will be enough forex in the market. We also call on President Akufo-Addo to adhere to the fiscal consolidation and curtail excessive spending. And we also want the President and his government to address the lingering issues of the cocoa sector. We want to use this opportunity to urge the Vice President to quit his offbeat dancing on the campaign trail and focus on the dancing cedi.
Might be testing the waters with their rigging strategy by deliberately misrepresenting and miscalculating registration figures. Our prompt detection and exposure of these egregious errors should serve as a clear warning to the EC about the vigilance of the NDC. We are prepared to safeguard the sanctity of the coming elections. We expect the EC to now firmly renounce any intention, if it exists, to collude with the failed NPP government to rig the elections. It is compelled to address the 35 critical questions posed by the NDC regarding the theft of the biometric equipment. The gravity of these issues cannot be overstated, and we demand clear and prompt responses. Furthermore, we insist on the initiation of an independent, bipartisan parliamentary inquiry into the conduct of the Electoral Commission, particularly focusing on the stolen BVR case, which were under CCTV surveillance at the Electoral Commission headquarters, and the mysterious disappearance of BVDs. That President Akufo-Addo is treading on treacherous ground, possibly encouraged by assurances that the Electoral Commission of Ghana will rig the 2024 elections in favor of his party. If the EC by any chance harbors any such plans, then they better revise their notes. As the General Secretary of this party, I want to assure all Ghanaians that MPP's machinations will not prevail. They will have no choice but to vacate the Flagstaff House and hand over smoothly to President John Mahama and Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman in January 2025.
You garnered in 2020, you are looking forward to even making more or consolidating your gains in the Ashanti region. How serious have you taken this particular exercise?
You know, I don't live here. It's so serious that whatever I came to do, I found the time to be here. So that alone should underscore the seriousness we take to the entire exercise and to wherever we are.
It hasn't been that smooth. I mean, after 7 days of the exercise, what do you make of some of the development which has happened in some of the voter registration centers?
Well, I've heard of fights, I've heard of violence, I've heard of machines that have not worked the entire day into the second and third day. I've heard of things that raise the tension in the country. And my hope is that going forward, that's not going to happen.
You've set a lot of political records. I mean, being the first running mate to have run 2 consecutive times, your performance in the Central region is something that one cannot overlook. And even the Ashanti region, I was part of your campaign 4 years ago. What should we be expecting from Prof, especially in the Ashanti region? You have 4 seats already.
All I want Ashanti region to do is to look at our record. We need to campaign on our record. Voting and all of that is about development. Otherwise, there's no reason for it. We can all comfortably stay in our homes. So if we are voting because of development, just check our record.
Oh, let me up with a bright smile on now. Put me in the dark, so won't get lost now. To the moonlight, eyes you, Maria right now. You look